All right, let's get a sense of what's playing out in the global space now. We have Ini with the fresh details. Brand new week and day.
Brand new week indeed, Gladys. Good morning.
Morning.
All right, good morning, everyone. Let's see what's happening in the global space. Starting with the expectation, global data expected this week. For today, we expect inflation number from India. That's for December. Obviously, on Tuesday, that's tomorrow, we'll be expecting those inflation numbers from the United States, the Consumer Price Index. Unemployment and wage growth will also be expected from the United Kingdom tomorrow. In Japan, the current account data and machine tool orders, and will give us a picture of what's going on in that Asian country. On Wednesday, China, trade balance and the money supply, the MP2, is the data we're expecting, as well as from the United States, the retail sales, as well as the producers' price index. You know what producers are facing, the inflation around them. That's on Wednesday. On Thursday, we go back to the United States and then the UK, the monthly GDP data, Eurozone industrial production and trade balance figures. That's expected also on Thursday. And then Korea's central bank will meet for the MPC decision, interest rate decision. That's on Thursday. And we close the week in Malaysia, where we're expecting the GDP for the fourth quarter. That to be the preliminary report. So moving away from expectations now, we start from Europe, where there's an effort by Europe to stand up to China to retain local technology. And that's approaching, or seems to be approaching, a breaking point in a fight over a critical link in the global supply chain. Chipmaker Nexperia BV has wrested away from its Chinese owner by a Dutch court. And now one of the leaders in the legacy chips is racing to defend its independence. If that company is successful, Europe will hold on to valuable semiconductor manufacturing expertise and hand the region a rare victory over China. And of course, we know it comes to chips and come to China, and that's a battle not just with Europe, but also with the United States. And talking about Chinese now, battery shares fell after Beijing unveiled a plan to reduce export tax rebates, while South Korea materials companies advanced. Contemporary Amperex technology company led the drop with a decline of as much as 4.8% in onshore trading today. Among the worst performers in the China index, its smaller pairs, including Eve Energy Company and Goshen High Tech, also slid more than 4% at one point. And then in Indonesia, there are plans to sell US dollar bonds. It's the first of such offering by an Asian sovereign this year, giving further impetus to a record start to global debt issuance by borrowers in 2026. And I hear global debt has hit another high. Well, Southeast Asia's largest economy started marketing fixed rate bonds with maturity of a little over 5 years, 10 years and 30 years, and that's according to sources and economists around that. They asked not to, they're talking about confidential information. That's how they've termed it at this time. Meanwhile, Indonesia's fiscal deficit is likely to widen by well beyond its legal limits this year as the government ramps up spending on its nationwide free meals program and the rebuilding of flood-hit provinces in Sumatra Island. And then Citi raised its budget deficit forecast to 3.5% of GDP in 2026 from an initial estimate of 2.6%, according to expectations from economists. Meanwhile, Malaysia and Indonesia have blocked access to Elon Musk's artificial intelligence chatbot Grok over its ability to produce immoral, explicit deep fakes. That's what they call it. They say the tool on Musk's X platform allows users to generate images. In recent weeks, however, it's been used to edit images of real people to show them in revealing outfits. And the Southeast Asian country says that the platform could be used to produce pornographic and non-consensual images involving women and children. They are the first in the world to ban the AI tool by Elon Musk. Elon Musk had earlier said that the critics of his platform are just looking for any excuse for censorship.